Foundations Excerpt number 11, Learning Strategies, Behaviors, Desires, Motivations, Perceptions, and Intentions. As we take full control over our mind and energy body, we must study our behaviors, desires, and motivations to realign our perceptions and intentions with structures that align with the healing and expansion process. Out of the 4 brainwave states, alpha brainwave state puts you in the ideal headspace for learning. Alpha brainwave state is where you're awake and focused, but also relaxed. In alpha, the body and mind are both relaxed, which slows down the brain's mental activity and makes it much easier to focus and process information. Having an intentional learning plan while focusing on balancing our brain waves will help us facilitate and learn more effectively. Mindful breathing is important to maintain to help us keep in a relaxed state while learning new information. Do not concern yourself with comprehension. Just show up relaxed with an open mind and heart, seeking clarity and understanding. Your subconscious mind understands all new information. Simply show up and do the work. In time, your conscious mind will catch up and make sense of everything you intentionally set out to understand. The Collective Coherence team relies heavily on teaching through observer mode and project-based learning. PBL is a highly effective teaching and learning method that fosters creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication skills. As we work through our real-world problems and life challenges in PBL from the perspective of self-awareness, honesty, self-accountability, self-compassion, self-acceptance, gratefulness, and authenticity, we become responsible for developing all of our own solutions. This realigns our free will to reclaim our sovereignty. Observer mode and PBL leads to deeper understandings, higher awarenesses, and greater retention of content knowledge, where we are better able to apply what we know to new situations. As we break down complex consciousness structures, we are tasked with depolarizing ego. But first, we must slow down long enough to create the space to study our behaviors, to determine our desires and motivations. As we study our behaviors, desires, and motivations, we uncover the alignment of our perceptions and intentions. This is where you will find your self-compassion, as you discover that your perceptions were misaligned with a false doctrine of duality and nefariously aligned with negative fear programs designed to suppress and control our consciousness, to siphon our life force energy. We must first become aware of this misalignment so we can realign our perceptions with healing and expansion structures aligned with the heart structure and evolutionary process. It's important to keep at the forefront of your mind that your behaviors are always anchored to an underlying root cause, program/belief as a direct result of how one feels about themselves deep down inside. There are no secrets that your behaviors will not reveal. As we analyze our behavior, we will draw clear and simple conclusions that it always goes back to a distortion within our perceptions being out of alignment. Perceptions seem real, but they're not factual. It's important always to keep in mind that perception is not reality, but it does have a potent influence on how we look at reality. When you understand intentions are causes that create effects, being purposes, plans, goals, targets, aspirations, and ideas, it's important that we develop a baseline for understanding our intentions. There are 4 types of intent that underlie all intention: control, relinquishment, defense, and affirming. When the intent is to control, we use persuasion and influence. When the intention is to accommodate, we relinquish control and surrender our position. When our intention is to defend or fight for our position, we will not give an inch. Our goal is to affirm and be willing to listen, ask questions, seek clarity and understanding. This requires that we show up with an open heart and mind, seeking clarity and understanding, while rising above the polarity of our emotions to view all things from a neutral perspective without judgment or expectations. As you work through your real world problems, life challenges, and relationships, begin developing an awareness as to where your perceptions are aligned within any given moment by identifying what is it that you care deeply about and what are you most afraid of losing. This will help you understand your underlying motives and desires.